Hey everybody, you know what this is? It's Jerome, B.F.A.M Cooking. I am here to talk to you about something my wife and I have been watching for a while. We watch it over and over and over again. We are foodies. I consider us in the foodie class. Why? We love watching about food. We love hearing about food. We love eating food. We love making food. And do we need one more finger? I don't know. Anyway, my wife has been catching up because I already cheated and watched both seasons of our little new favorite show, which is The Bear. Yes, I don't know how you guys are not watching this. If you are not watching it, you should be watching it. It is phenomenal. It's got drama, it's got food, it's got people, and that's not really what I'm here to talk to you about. What that prompted was my wife wanted something that she had saw in another cooking show that wasn't really about cooking, but it was about taste and flavor and history. That happens to be from her favorite actor. That would be Stanley Tucci. That's right. Stanley Tucci has a book, Stanley Tucci, The Taste. He also does this thing with CNN.
I'm Italian on both sides, and I'm traveling across Italy to discover how the food in each of this country's 20 regions is as unique as the people.
But wait, let me get back to that. How we got into food was watching this one little movie, The Big Night. And I don't even think it starts with the. I think it's the Big Night. Big Night. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He's good. Like,
Oh my God.
oh my God, he's right. See, now you know. To eat good food is to be close to God. See, you know what they say? To know God, to have the knowing.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. See, the knowledge of God is the bread of angels. I'm not sure what that means, but
It's a really funny movie about two brothers who are Italian. They have a small little restaurant, and what do? They love making food, and they really care about it. They argue about it. One does the front of the house, one does the actual cooking. One time, a few years ago, when I was back at the old office at NBC, we used to kibitz over. When I say we, I say me. I used to kibitz over making this dish called compagno. I'll show you the video on that. You'll love it. It is actually a huge sort of combination, lasagna meets spaghetti meets Italian family meal all at once. It is wrapped up in the compagno, which is a drum. I think that's in Italian. But the favorite actor in that was, of course, well, besides the monk, happened to be Stanley Tucci. And of course, my wife loves him just in general for his Stanley Tucci-ness.
maybe 2 hours still. No, we have to serve down here. Okay. Wait, cut the table. Okay. I worry it's going to be 2 hours going far. As far as there is 2 hours. No, we don't have time for 2 hours. Let's go. Come on. Is that over?
What is that?
It's Nerano. It's a secret recipe that they brought from their hometown. I only heard about it.
Looking good, I should kill you.
And ended up watching the Taste of Italy, I think is what the thing's called by CNN. I think it's owned by, the actual series is owned by HBO.
The first time I had this dish, I insinuated myself into the kitchen to wheedle out the recipe from Peppino's daughter, Antonia, who runs the place.
So in that, he and his wife go to this place in Italy. I think it's near Napoli or the Amalfi Coast area, and they make a dish. Now that's what we're at. So in this book is a recipe for spaghetti with zucchini. And I think you should check it out. It turned out to be really good, and that's what we're gonna make today. It is spaghetti with zucchini. And now you're saying, Jerome, you really like things with meat in them. This dish doesn't have meat. But I enjoyed it. It was thoroughly good. I'm really not a big pesto fan, but it was like a pesto combination with zucchini. Pretty, not too heavy, but tasty. And when you see it right after this, I think you'll enjoy it. Get to it. phenomenal. I ate it with my wife tonight for dinner. We had it with some French bread, not Italian bread, but French bread with little garlic and herbs in it, made by, you know, I just picked it up at the store. I didn't make it myself. I could have, but I didn't. Really, really good. It had a lot of basil in it, a lot of fragrance. The zucchini I probably could have cut maybe in half, a little bit more. My wife would have preferred it that way. So I made about a little bit under a ½ inch cuts. In the book, he suggests you cut it into thin slices. You guys figure it out. No matter what, it's still going to taste fantastic. I think the hardest part about this is finding the sunflower oil. If you can't, to me, you can't sort of substitute some of these things because that oil is part of the flavor. But it's a very small amount of items in it, so you can spend a little bit extra on your oil this time, and you want something that's deep to cook it in. I'm glad you had it. Check me out for the next one. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share. Jerome, B.F.A.M Cooking.